Hello everyone, welcome to our sessions. In this series of videos, we are going to cover 9 chapters of Pure Mathematics 1. Chapter 5, Straight Line Graphs. In this video, we are going to cover 5.2 Equations of Straight Lines, 5.3 Parallel and Perpendicular Lines. We will go through explanation of these topics. We'll do some exercise questions from book. We'll solve few past paper questions and we'll give you some exam success tips so you can excel in your Excel. Let's start our journey. Topic 5.2 is equation of straight line. Now to find an equation of straight line, we need either one point on the line and the gradient or two different points on the line. So suppose we have one point on the line which is x1, y1 and the gradient m. Then we can use this equation y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y1 and x1 is the given coordinate. When you simplify, you can write this equation. You can write this equation in a form of y is equal to mx plus c or ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Depend on in the question how they are asking, you can find it out. Equation of line. Let's move to exercise 5c. Question number 1. Find the equation of line. Gradient m is given and one point coordinate is given. F m is equal to minus 2 over 3 which is gradient and the coordinate is minus 6 minus 1. We can use the straight line equation. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Y minus minus 1 is equal to minus 2 over 3 x minus minus 6. Simplify. So y plus 1 is equal to minus 2 over 3 x minus minus plus 6 but times with minus 2 over 3. So that will give you minus 2 over 3 into 6. So y plus 1 is equal to minus 2 over 3x minus 6 times 2, 12 over 3 which will give you 4. Minus 1 from both sides. So y is equal to minus 2 over 3x minus 5. This is equation of line for this given gradient and the coordinate. Question number 2. Gradient is minus half and the coordinate is minus 2b and 3b. We can use the same equation of line. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Y minus 3b is equal to minus half x minus minus 2b. So y minus 3b is equal to minus half x minus minus plus 2b times minus b because 2 will get cancelled plus 3b plus 3b. So y is equal to minus half x minus b plus 3b will give you plus 2b. So our equation of line for this gradient and coordinate is half x minus half x plus 2b. Now we will see how we can find the equation of line when the two different points are given. Question number 2. Find the equation of line that passes through the pair of points. So here we don't have a gradient but we have a two coordinates. So obviously the first we have to find the gradient. Now before finding gradient, important thing is label this coordinate as a x1 y1 and x2 y2. So you can avoid mistakes by picking the coordinates. What's the formula for gradient is? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. My y2 is 3 over 7 minus y1 is 1 over 7 over 1 over 4 minus minus 3 over 4. When you simplify this one, you will get 2 over 7 over minus minus is become plus and you are getting 4 over 4. So our gradient is 2 over 7. So this is the gradient for this two given point. Now we can use the equation of line. y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now which coordinate we can use as x1, y1? You can choose any of the coordinate. That doesn't matter. So y minus, I am choosing first coordinate, which is 1 over 7. My gradient is 2 over 7 and x minus 3 over 4. When there is a fraction, please be careful when you are simplifying. So y minus 1 over 7 is equal to 2 over 7x minus plus 2 over 7 multiplied by 3 over 4. So y minus 1 over 7 is equal to 2 over 7x. When you multiply 3 times 2, 6 and 7 times 4, which is a 28. So you will get, this one is 3 over 14. Now I have to move this minus 1 over 7 this side. So 2 over 7x plus 3 over 4 plus 1 over 7. So y is equal to 2 over 7x, and when you take a LCM here, your final answer is 5 over 14. You can use a calculator to simplify the fractions. So our equation of line for this two coordinate is 2 over 7x plus 5 over 14. Question number 6. Straight line L passes through the points 7a5 and 3a3. Equation of line L is x plus by minus 12 equal to 0. Find the value of a and b. So first we have to find equation of line, and we can equate that equation with this equation, will give you the value of a and b. To find the equation of line, we need a gradient first. So m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So our y2 is 3 minus 5 over 3a minus 7a. So minus 2 over minus 4a. So our gradient is 1 over 2a. Now we are finding equation of line. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus 5 is equal to, gradient is 1 over 2a x minus 7a. So y minus 5 is equal to, okay, now in this case, because we need equation in this form, I have to multiply this 2a to other side of equation. So 2a into y minus 5 is equal to x minus 7a. That make our simplification easy. So 2ay minus 10a is equal to x minus 7a. Now I need equal to 0. So I am moving everything to one side. So x minus 7a plus 10a minus 2ay equal to 0. So my equation is x minus 2ay minus 7a plus 10a will give you plus 3a equal to 0. So now this is my equation. Now equation which is given is x plus by minus 12 equal to 0. Now you can equate this value, that will give you value of a. So I can do 3a is equal to minus 12. So because I can equate the equation, so a is equal to minus 4. So this is the value of a, I am getting it. Now how to get value of b? So if when you equate these two things, you can see b is equal to minus 2a. So b is equal to minus 2 minus 4. So b will give you 8. So this is the value of b. So this way, by equating equation, we can find the value of a and value of. Exercise 5D. we have equation of line which is half y is equal to half x plus 6. Now this line meet the x-axis as point C. Find the equation of line, the gradient which is given 2/3, that passing through the coordinate C in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now we know when the line meet x-axis, that means our y coordinate is 0. So in this equation I am substitute 0 is equal to half x plus 6. So half x is equal to minus 6. So x is equal to minus 12. So the coordinate of a point C, it is minus 12 and 0. So first we have to find the coordinate. Gradient is already given, which is 2/3. Now I can use the equation of line. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus 0, 2/3, x minus minus 12. So y is equal to 2/3 x plus 12. Now here, instead of expanding a bracket, because we need equation in ax plus by, always try to multiply 3 on the opposite side. So 3y is equal to 2x plus 24. So 2x minus 3y plus 24 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of line. 2x minus 3y plus 24 is equal to 0. So when they are telling the line is meeting x-axis or y-axis, according to that you can find the coordinate and you can use that coordinate to find the equation. Question number 7. The line passes through the point 3, 2.5 and minus 1/2, 4. And this line meet the y-axis at point J. We have to find the coordinate of J. Now to do that, first we have to find the equation of line. For that we need a gradient first. So the first step is to find the gradient, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Substitute the coordinate. So your y2 is 4 minus 2/2 and minus 1.5 minus 3. So when you simplify this, put in a calculator, you will get 1.5. You can convert into decimal, that is easy. So 2.5, so 4 minus 2.5 is 1.5 and this is minus 1.5 minus 3 will give you minus 4.5 and that will give you minus 1/3. So this is our gradient. Now to find the equation of line, we can use this equation y minus y1 m into x minus x1. So y minus, I am using this coordinate which is 5/2. I converted the mixed fraction into improper fraction, is equal to minus 1/3 x minus 3. So to simplify this, I will take a LCM. So 2y minus 5/2 and here minus x plus 3/3. So I multiply 1/3 with this bracket and I take LCM. So then I can do now cross multiplication. So 3 into 2y minus 5 and 2 into minus x plus 3. This is the easiest way to simplify the fraction. You can convert into decimal as well, but this is the easiest way. So 6y minus 15 is equal to minus 2x plus 6. So 2x plus 6y minus 15 minus x is equal to 0. So 2x plus 6y minus 21 equal to 0. Now this is, we got an equation of line, but still we have to find the coordinate of J. Now we know that when the line meet the y-axis, our x coordinate is equal to 0. So in this equation of line, we are putting x is equal to 0. So 0 times 2 will give you 0. So 6y is equal to 21. So that means y is equal to 21 over 6. So y is equal to 7 over 3. Sorry, 7 over 2. So you can multiply with a 3 both. So that means our coordinate of point J, I can write with this, the coordinate of point J is equal to 0 and 7 over 2. Because the x coordinate is 0 and the y coordinate we find, which is 7 over 2. So this is the coordinate of point. Question 14. The line y is equal to 4x plus 5 meet the y-axis at point C. The another line y is equal to minus 3x minus 15 meet the x-axis at the point D. Find the equation of line joining point C and D. Now, to do that, first we have to find the coordinate of point C and coordinate of point D. So what we can do, we know the equation of line which is 4x plus 5. Now this line meet the y-axis at point C. Y-axis at point C, that means our x coordinate is equal to 0. So that means y will give you 5. So the coordinate of C that we are getting is a 0, 5. Right? Now, another line equation, y is equal to minus 3x minus 15. Now here, this meet the x-axis at point D. That means our y is equal to 0. So that means minus 3x is equal to 15. So x we will get minus 5. So the coordinate of D point is minus 50. Right? So these are the coordinate of point C and these are the coordinate of point D. Now it's easy to find the equation of line, but for that first we have to find the gradient. So m is equal to y2 minus y1 over, always try to write the formula in exam. So my y2 is equal to 0 minus 5 and minus 5 minus 0. So my gradient will be minus 5 minus 5. So it's just 1. Now use equation of line. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So I can use this C coordinate, any coordinate you can see. Y minus 5 is equal to 1 into x minus 0. So y minus 5 is equal to x. So x minus y minus 5 because plus 5 because we are changing the side is equal to 0. So the equation of a line that join point C to point D, that is x minus y plus 5 equal to 0. So in this type of the questions, first find the coordinate of point C and point D, and then you can use the gradient and the normal equation of line. Next topic is parallel and perpendicular line. We did this topic in IGCSE as well. It's just a quick recap is there. We know that the parallel line having the same gradient. So if they are telling two lines are parallel, we can say they have a same gradient. So if my gradient of one line is 2 over 7, the another line gradient is also 2 over 7. Okay. Now perpendicular lines, they are meeting at the right angles to each other, and the relation between the gradient is m1 times m2 is equal to minus 1. So suppose my gradient for first line is m1, then the normal gradient is minus 1 over m1. For example, if my m1 is 2 over 7, then my normal gradient is minus 7 over 2. So normally what we are doing is we are doing a reciprocal with the inverse sign. Remember, reciprocal with the inverse sign, that will give you the gradient for the normal. Exercise 5F, question 6. Find the equation of line that passes through the point 3, 4 and line which is perpendicular to this line. So we have to find equation of line which is normal to this line. So what we can do first is, we can find the gradient from the given line. So how to find the gradient? So for that I have to convert this line equation into y is equal to mx plus c form. So I can say m is a gradient. So what we can do is 4x plus 7 is equal to 6y. Now divided by 6 and divided by 6 both side. So y is equal to 4 over 6x plus 7 over 6. Still you can simplify, which is 2 over 3x plus 7 over 6. So gradient of this line is 2 over 3. But we have to find the perpendicular gradient. So that means the gradient for the perpendicular line is equal to minus 3 over 2. We have to do reciprocal and the inverse. So that will give you the gradient for another line, which is the normal line. Now we know the coordinate is 3, 4. Now we know the gradient, we know the coordinate, we can find the equation of line. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus 4 is equal to minus 3 over 2 x minus 3. Right? So y minus 4 is equal to minus 3 over 2x plus 9 over 2. So y is equal to minus 3 over 2x plus 9 over 2 plus 4. I am moving the minus 4 this side. So minus 3 over 2x plus 9 over 2 plus 4 will give us 17 over 2. So this is the equation of a line which is perpendicular to this line. Question number 10. The vertices of the quadrilateral ABCD, which is coordinates are given, show that the quadrilateral is a rectangle. Now to prove this type of the questions, first it's better to draw a rough sketch of the coordinates which is given. That will give us the idea, the position of the coordinates, and that will also help us to find which are the opposite side and which are the adjacent side. Now to prove the rectangle, we can prove that the opposite side of the rectangles, they are parallel, so they have same gradient, and the adjacent side, they are perpendicular, so the multiplication of the gradient is minus 1, means they are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so let's start. First I can see my line is AB, so I will find the gradient of AB. I know the coordinate of A and B, so I can do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that will give me minus 4 over 8, which is minus half. Okay. Now I will find the gradient. Let me write a gradient. Gradient of BC, because CD. As you can see, the opposite side are CD. So I am finding the gradient of CD. So I know the coordinate of C and D. So 1 minus minus 3 over minus 3 minus 5. So that will give me 4 over minus 8. That will also give me minus half. So as you can see, these both lines have the same gradient. So I can say the opposite sides are parallel. Now I have to prove for the remaining two sides. So I am finding the gradient for AD. So A and D gradient will give me 1 minus 5 over minus 3 plus 1. So minus 4 over minus 2 will give you 2. Now I will find the opposite side, which is BC. The gradient for the BC is equal to minus 3 minus 1 over 5 minus 7. So minus 4 over minus 2 will give you 2. So I can say these two gradients are same and these two gradients are same. So that means these two sides are parallel and these two sides are parallel. So that we proved it. Now we also have to prove these two adjacent sides are perpendicular to each other. So I can see line BC gradient times CD gradient. It should be minus 1. So let's check. BC gradient is 2. CD gradient is equal to minus half. When you simplify, you are getting minus 1. So we can prove like that these two lines are perpendicular to each other. So how to write it down? So in this case, I can say AD and BC are parallel because they have same gradient, which is 2, and AB and CD are also parallel because they also have a same gradient. And then we have to write it down. AD and BC, or you can say BC and CD, because we proved CD, so I can write CD here, are perpendicular to each other. So we proved that ABCD is rectangle. Once you are done with the calculation, please write this all information that you proved it, so that will give you full mark. Question number 11. Line L1 equation is given, and we know the line L1 crosses the x-axis at A. The another line L2, which is perpendicular to line L1, that is also passing through point A. So the first question is find the coordinates of the point A. To find the coordinate A, we are using this. The line cuts the x-axis at A. When the line cuts x-axis, we have to substitute y is equal to 0. So in this equation of line, I am substituting y is equal to 0 and I am simplifying to find the x coordinate. So phi x is equal to 7 and x is equal to 7 over 5. So the coordinate of point A, which I am getting 7 over 5 and 0. Okay. So the part A, this is part A, is done. Now part B, find the equation of line L2. Now we know that to find the equation of line, we need two things, gradient and the coordinate, right? So already we have a coordinate because this line is also passing through A. Now gradient. So we know line L1 and L2 is perpendicular to each other. So if I know the gradient of L1, I can find the gradient of L2. Now to find the gradient of L1, I am making y as a subject. So 11y is equal to 7 minus 5x. So y is equal to 7 over 11 minus 5 over 11x. So that means the gradient of this line is minus 5 over 11. But I need a gradient for the perpendicular. So normal gradient, I am just writing in a short, is equal to 11 over 5. So that is the gradient of the line L2. Normal gradient, or you can like the L2 gradient is. Okay. Now we will find equation of line in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. We can use the equation of line y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus my y1 is 0 is equal to 11 over 5, which is my gradient, and x minus 7 over 5. So y is equal to 11x over 5 minus 77 over 25. But I have to find this equation of line in ax plus by plus c form. So I will take a 25 as a LCM and multiply to the other side. So that will give me 25y is equal to 55x, because I have to times it by 5 both to make a 25, minus 77. And if I will rearrange it, so 55x minus 25y minus 77 is equal to 0. So this is my equation of line L2. Let's move to past paper question. The straight line L1 shown in figure 1 passes through the point P and Q. As you can see here, point P and point Q are given. Find the equation of line L1 and giving your answer in form of the y is equal to mx plus c. That is very straightforward question. Two coordinates are given. So first we can find the gradient, and then you can use any of the coordinate and find the equation of a line. So let's start. So to find the gradient, we can use this coordinate y2 minus y1 means 6 minus 9 over 10 minus minus 2. So 6 minus 9 will give you minus 3 over 12. That will give you minus 1 over 4. Right? Now use the equation of line. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now as a y1 and x1 you can use any one of the coordinate. Okay. So y minus 9 is equal to minus 1 over 4 x minus minus 2. So y minus 9 is equal to minus 1 over 4x, then minus minus plus and then minus, so that will give me 2 over 4. I will simplify it later in the next step. Okay. Now move the plus 9 this side. So y is equal to minus 1 over 4x minus 2 plus 9. It's a half actually. Yeah. Now y is equal to minus 1 over 4x minus half plus 9. If you put in a calculator, you will get 17 over 2. So this is the equation of line that we are getting it. Now part B. Part B is telling find the coordinates of R. Now line L2 also we have to find, that is perpendicular to line L1 and they are meeting at point R. We have to find the coordinates of R. Now to find coordinate of, first we need an equation of line for which is L2. So I know these two lines are perpendicular. So I can use the gradient which is given here. So we use the gradient here which is minus 1 over 4, right? So the gradient for L2 is equal to 4, because minus 1 over 4 reciprocal and inverse is 4. And the coordinate which I know, which is a 0 0, because they are telling it's passing through the origin. Origin means this is a 0 0 coordinate. So y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now y minus 0, 4 into x minus 0. So y is equal to 4x. So this is my equation of line L2. So the first line equation which is given, which equation is minus 1 over 4x. So line equal is minus 1 over 4x plus 17 over 2. This is y equal to. And this line y is equal to 4x. Now, when you have to find the intersection point, remember you have to equate the line of this. I can write it down, minus 1 over 4x plus 17 over 2 is equal to 4x. And find the x coordinate by simplifying it. So I am taking this minus 1 over 4x this side. So 4x plus 1 over 4x is equal to 17 over 2. When you simplify this one, you will get also 17 over 4x is equal to 17 over 2. So x is equal to, put into calculator, 17 over 2 times 4 over 17. I can do reciprocal. So x coordinate I am getting is 4 times 68 over 34. This is my x coordinate, and that will give me 2 in the simplest form. Now, once I know the x coordinate, because we are having a coordinate of r, I have to find the y coordinate. So y is equal to 4 into 2. So y is equal to 8. So I got the coordinate of r. So coordinate of r is equal to 2 and 8. So that's our final answer. Remember, always when you have to find the coordinate, equate the two equation of line and simplify. That will give you x coordinate, and then you substitute any of the equations that will give you y coordinate. Important takeaway for this topic. First, the equation of line with gradient m and coordinate x1, y1 is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So if you have a gradient and one coordinate which is x1, y1, you can find the equation of line. If the line meet y-axis, then in your equation you have to substitute x is equal to 0. So that will give you the coordinate. And if the line meet x-axis, then substitute y is equal to 0. So that way you can find the coordinates, and you can use that coordinates to find the equation of line. Very important thing, parallel lines having the same gradient. If the line has the gradient m, and if you want to find the perpendicular gradient or a normal gradient, then you have to do minus 1 over m. Means you have to do reciprocal and inverse. For example, if I have a m is equal to 2 over 3, then the normal gradient I can write it down. So mn I can write as a minus 3 over 2. So it's a reciprocal and inverse. If I have my gradient is 4, then my mn is equal to minus 1 over 4. That is very important points you have to remember for this topic. If you want to prove a rectangle, because some questions they are asking you to prove a rectangle. So first sketch whatever the coordinates are given, the rough sketch you need it. So that will give you idea which sides are opposite sides and which sides are adjacent sides. And then you have to prove opposite sides having the same gradient and the adjacent sides are perpendicular to each other. So we can write it down. This is rectangle quadrilateral. Thank you for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, please give it thumbs up. Do subscribe for more math content, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or topics that you would like to see next.